Alright, one last video for you here to show you a nice way to finish off your magazine to make text especially easier to read. Believe it or not, there's actually a gradient on my project. You can see it here in the layers window, and you might kind of wonder why I did that. Now, until I turn it on and off, then it becomes a little more obvious. So if I take this gradient here and turn it off, you can see it's a little harder to read this text down the bottom. What I did to improve legibility, I made that corner of the screen just ever so slightly darker so that it's easy to see. So here's how you do this. If I create a new layer, I may even want to name this thing so I know what it is later. I'm going to put it right up where my other one was. And I go to my gradient tool. Now I'm looking for a fairly specific gradient, so let's set that up. And click up top up there, and I want to set the color as black. Now I could also have gone with like a dark blue in my case because I have this blue water in the background, but I like starting with black first. The opacity on this one happened to be like 60%, and then down here I'm still doing black. The opacity now though is dropped to 0. This happens to be a preset right here. I think that's going to be on all of your computers. If it's not though, basically it was black, fading to black. Opacity at the top here was 60, opacity here is 0. I'm going to hit OK. I want a linear gradient. You may also want a radial gradient depending on the area you're trying to fix. And all I did was I just started dragging lines until I did it and did it and did it and kind of got what I wanted. Now, you can see here this is much darker than my original one. The reason for that, I used the blending mode. I kind of played around and figured out which one worked best, and I also dropped the opacity. So you can kind of keep messing with that till you get to the point where it's there, but it's not noticeable. And you don't want to make your picture and everything else look too dark. You just want to improve that just enough that you can read your text. So that's a great way to kind of finish these off. You can add some kind of drama to the lighting with this and just